Hello and welcome to yet another dimension. I am Jeremy, and today I'll be showing you guys all my pickups for May 2021. Another good month for me. A couple of controllers, a new system again, and some very expensive games. So let's get into it.
So easy, in fact, that even your grandmother will be throwing spears, teleporting, and doing fatalities on you.
First, let's talk about some Vita games. Vita games are hard to come by these days because it was not a popular system at all, and you don't really see them in the stores. So whenever I see them, I try to pick them up because they're getting really expensive these days. First, let's talk about Resistance Burning Skies, the Vita exclusive, made by not Insomniac but Nihilistic Software, and this game is not supposed to be that good. But it's a Vita exclusive, got it for cheap, and you look for it. It's supposed to be decent. Unfortunately, Nihilistic Software, they're defunct now. They're no longer in business. So see if you see this out here, take a look. Next, we have a port of Mortal Kombat 2011 or Mortal Kombat 9. Great game, one of the best Mortal Kombat games in my opinion, and this is a good port of it. It does, of course, it's not going to look as good as the PS3, Xbox 360 version, but it's still a good port of it, and has all the features of the PS3 version, and also it has all the DLC characters, and it adds some new costumes and also a tower. So get it, and it has some, touchscreen gimmicks that people didn't really like back then, and I don't really like. So give it a try if you find it for cheap. Get the Vita games, Vita games while they're still kind of, affordable, because they're gonna go up in price. Trust me. Next, let's talk about the PS2 games I got. First, let's talk about Blood Omen 2. Now, this is the sequel to Blood Omen Legacy of Kain on the PS1. So it's supposed to be a great game. This game is not looked back upon as well as the not Legacy of Kain, the Soul Reaver series, like the spin-off of it. But it's supposed to be a decent game, and I got it for a good price, so I'm going to try it out, look up on it. Made by Crystal Dynamics, they're a good developer. Made a Tomb Raider, so... Blood Omen 2. Next, we have a weird game. It's a submarine game, fighting game, Submarine Combat game, made by Irem and Raccoon. Irem, they're the original developers for R-Type, a really fun arcade shooter back in the day. They made a lot of arcade games back in the day. And Raccoon, they made Bomberman games. And also Irem made the Disaster Report games, like a lot of underappreciated games back in the the PS2 era. So this is supposed to be the spiritual successor to In the Hunt. It was another sub game similar to this. It's supposed to be decent. I'm gonna try it out. If I don't like it, I'll probably sell it. Next, we have great series. We have Shinobi, the PS2. Not remake, but like the version that they wanted to make for the PS2. And this is a series that goes back to Genesis. A lot of fun games, like the Shinobi 3 is one of my favorites. But this game so far is pretty good. You play as like a shinobi in the city's been taken over by demons, and it's quick, fast, fun. It's not as good as Ninja Gaiden as so far what I played, but it's still a good game. You should get it. It's not that expensive yet, but I see it going up in price. Also, the music is pretty good too. That classic Sega music, if you know what I mean. Next, we have one of the worst mainline Mortal Kombat games, Mortal Kombat Armageddon. So I have this on the Wii, so I want to get this version because I'd rather have it on the PS2. It just doesn't feel right having the Mortal Kombat games on the Wii, and especially has like the motion control stuff I don't like. But This is probably my least favorite. That and Deadly Alliance are the main line. It was just too much. It had every character, and it wasn't balanced at all. It just like it felt rushed, and also, this is right before the PS3 came out, so it was kind of like, oh, let's just wait. You should have just waited until the PS3 and the Xbox 360 generation. But it has so much, and it has a kart racer as well. And also, one of the worst part about this is there's no like signature fatalities. You just kind of make it up your own. You just start beating up the character and like just like create your own fatality. I mean, it's a unique idea. They were kind of running out of ideas, but if it works, like if it's not broke, don't fix it. And I like to have like signature, like custom fatalities for each character, not just like make it up your own. So I mean, if you like Mortal Kombat, you can give this a try if you can find it for cheap. Next, we're going to talk about a very popular guy right now. It is Godzilla Unleashed. Made by Atari, published by Atari, made by Pipeworks. Not very well known, but this is probably their most high profile game. Now, this game was made late in the PS2 era, like 2007, late 2007. It was made on the Wii as well, and it's supposed to be it's a lot of fun. It looks great for a PS2 game. I mean, you're just fighting a whole bunch of Godzilla monsters. Lots of fun. Much better than the PS4 God of War game. But yeah, it's a good game. It's gone up in price because the popularity of Godzilla has risen up again. But yeah, look out for it. It's a good game. Next, we have Area 51, made by Midway. Now, this is supposed to be a very good first-person shooter, late PS2, another late PS2 game. Yeah, so Alien, first-person shooter, sounds good. Haven't played it yet, look forward to playing it. I've been seeing it a lot, I was like, I should get it, like look up on it, it's supposed to be a good game. Now, this game, I've never heard of before, my game I'm about to talk about. It's a arcade rally game, made in the EA Sports big label. We have Shocks, that's how you say that, Shocks. So like I said, it's an arcade rally game, and it's very stylized, similar to SSX, Tricky, the NBA Street games, also the NFL Street games as well. And I missed those so much. Def Jam Vendetta, I wish they'll come back one day. But this game shocked me. Sorry, it shocked me, it really did, because this was a lot of fun when I was playing it. I mean, you got a whole bunch of different cars in it, and also there's like this one thing where it's called a shock zone, where it's a set amount of time during the course where it keeps track of your driving skills during that, and it gives you gold, silver, or bronze, how well you do in that zone, and it gives you points. So it's like, I mean, like, I think it gives you money. It's based on money scoring system, and it's lots of fun. And also, it's like it had like when you do jumps, it's like it goes into like a cinematic mode, just randomly, and it cuts right back to gameplay, and it works really well. It's a lot of fun. Great presentation, good graphics for a time for PS2 in 2002, and it's underappreciated. I wish it made a more bigger name for itself, like SSX and Def Jam Vendetta. But I had no idea about this game. This is the biggest surprise of this month for me. So if you find this, look it up. It's getting up there in price because it's pretty rare to find online. It's like $30 or $40, maybe even $50. So look it up. You probably can get a good deal because nobody knows about this game. I might do a review series on the EA big sports games one day. Now, series dear to my heart. We have Resident Evil. First, let's talk about the Resident Evil, the Capcom Essentials collection. Now, this came in a pack with, this is the only one half of it. We have Resident Evil 6 and Dead Rising. Now, with this in the store, they only have the disc for Resident Evil 6 to it. So I have yet another copy of Resident Evil 6. But you know, you can never have too many Resident Evil 6s, I guess. Yeah, the giraffe having a good time. Anyways, but the other half of this had Devil May Cry 4, Mega Man 10, and oh wait, it was a Mega Man game. Yeah, Mega Man 10, Devil May Cry, and I forgot the last game. Oh yeah, Street Fighter, Super Street Fighter 4. So that came all in a pack. The store only had this side, so hopefully I get the other one. So it's a cool collection to have. Oh, next, controversial, super controversial game. I talked about this before in my Resident Evil history collection. We have Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. Now, this game got shit on a lot back in 2012 when it came out. It's a decent game. It wasn't made by Capcom. It was made by Slant 6. It's a third-person shooter, straight up third-person shooter. It's a reimagining of the Raccoon City incident. So if you want to hear more about it, I'll talk about it in my Resident Evil history video. But I think it's a good game. It's super cheap now. You should get it if you like third-person shooters, Resident Evil, horror. But it's not really a scary game, sadly. Now, we have another racing game. Not my type of racing game because it's simulation. We have Gran Turismo 5. A big game when it came out. It took a long time to come out. I'll probably never really play this game. I just got it because it's a PlayStation exclusive, PS3 exclusive. I didn't have. Super cheap, couple bucks. You should get it just for the collection, man. Next, we have the other nihilistic software made game that's failed as well in a PlayStation Move game. PlayStation Move Heroes. This game includes like former platformers of PlayStation, like Sly, Ratchet and Clank, and Jack and Daxter. I don't know much about this game. It didn't get good reviews, but it seems like so awesome of a concept. But I just guess just didn't turn out well. I'll let you know what I think about it when I finally play it. I gotta get the Move out. But sad to see that it didn't pop off in popularity. Move was a good idea. Just Sony just messed it up. Next, I finally have the 3 most expensive SpiderMan games on the PS3. You have the last one, SpiderMan Edge of Tomorrow? Edge of Time. See, I don't know much about this. I'm not the biggest Spider-Man fan, like similar to Andrew. He might know more about this. I'm guessing it has to do with time dimension and all that. But it's supposed to be a decent game. Not as good as Shattered Dimension, but I'm gonna try it out. Play all the PS3 version of Spider-Man games. Maybe even do a review. But I look forward to trying that out. It's very hard to find those. Getting up there in price. Okay, next, let's talk about some of the controllers I got. First, let's talk about the 2 PS4 controllers I got. I have the Midnight Black and the silver. I don't know, satin silver. I got this from my cousin Justin for a good price. He was about to trade them in. I was like, let me have them. It's like, he gave me a good price for it, and this is in the box still, so that's cool. I love collecting controllers. I still need to get a couple more. That I forgot what it's called. It was like a certain blue one on the PS4, kind of like similar to this blue that I really like. Next, let's talk about Dreamcast controller. See this translucent black one. I looked at it. I was like, is that the translucent? This is pretty hard to find for a good price, and it was super cheap. It was like $10 at Disc Replay. Disc Replay. If you have Disc Replay by your area, go to it. It's great. But I love Dreamcast, and it's another great controller. It is in good condition. I'm trying to collect all the different controllers for that system, which I love. Next, let's talk about the PS1. Now, you might have never seen this version of the PS1. This is the later released one. This was released in December 2000, so the PS2 was already out, and they finally revised the PS1 design. I mean, it's very simple. It's similar to in design. It's just much smaller. Oh, rapper, great game. But I love this design of it. It's like sleek, small. It's like really easy to transport, put away, and it looks nice. And I like the logo, the PS1, as you can see right there. Instead of saying PlayStation, it's PS1, the word. And also, here's some controllers to it. This original controller it matches the color, which is cool. And I like this controller as well. This one, these are not too hard to come by, but they're cool. Nice colors, and it matches the logo on it in the middle. PS1. It's different from this. No, where it just says PlayStation. So that's interesting. I've always wanted this system, and I finally got it. Super cheap, and I'm not probably never really use it. It's just more display and like the collection aspect of it, but I like it. Next, let's talk about Resident Evil 8. Now, I'm gonna do a review of this game, but I beat it a couple days ago, and I really enjoyed it. It was great. Very similar to Resident Evil 7. It has elements of Resident Evil 4 because it takes place in the village, that Eastern, European feel to it. It has like a whole bunch of werewolves and even vampires. A lot of mix of different things. But I'll talk about more in my review of it, which is coming soon. Stay tuned, but this is a great game. You should get it if you like Resident Evil, like action games, you like horror games. Next, let's talk about some Nintendo games. The last Nintendo game I'll save for the last part. First, let's talk about Captain Toad. What's it called? Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. So this game was like a little mini side game that you would play in Super Mario 3D World, which is like a lot of fun. You use it the gamepad, the Wii U gamepad, to control the camera and see like different angles. It's lots of fun. I've always wanted to get this. It's on the Switch now, but I still enjoy playing on the Wii U. It was made for the Wii U, so I think it's better on the Wii U. So give that a try. If you can't find it. I finally got this. I got Super Mario Maker. Yeah, I know I'm late to the party, and there's already a sequel to it, but I thought this was a cool inclusion of like a book that shows, like, it shows a whole bunch of stuff in it, like the levels, designs, ideas, I guess, which is cool. So I had to get it. It was cheap. But Super Mario Maker, this is a lot of people's dreams. I love Mario, and it has like all the art styles of Mario up to this point of the 2D ones. So I look forward to playing this and playing the sequel to Mario Maker on the Switch when I get it, if I ever do. Next, let's talk about some Xbox games. Let's talk about first original Xbox game, Dark Watch, made by High Noon Studios, published by Capcom. Capcom logo caught my eye, but this is not made by them. It's I guess it's a Van Helsing type of game, like a creature. You're hunting down creatures and like demons in this game, which is so far I played this. It seems pretty cool. Gotta get more into it though. Next, we're going to talk about controversial sequels. We have Lightning Returns Final Fantasy 13. I believe, this is the final sequel to Final Fantasy 13. I played a little bit of Final Fantasy 13. I didn't really like it. The characters and like the story was confusing. But I heard mixed things about it. This game is a lot different, more focused definitely on Lightning. as a character. And also I seen that the price of this is getting up there, so you should get it while you can. It's supposed to be like pretty unique game, so get it while you can. You can also dress as Cloud in it, which is cool. Next, I mean, I got this last month, but this has all the DLC, the complete edition of this. We have Naughty Bear Gold Edition with the Kill Bill art style, like, and the sticker. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, I forgot to take off the sticker. But yeah, it's a funny, interesting game where you kill teddy bears as a bear. You know, it's fun action. Yeah. We'll talk about this later. Hold on, just a second. Next, we have some Nintendo 64 books back in the day, made by Prima. First, we have like the overview, like inside. It says an insider guide to like a preview of the Nintendo 64. It has like a preview of Super Mario 64, Pilot Wings, Killer Instinct, all the early ones. And this is funny. They call Mario Kart Super Mario Kart R. I don't know if you can see that, which is pretty cool. And it has some games that I don't think it ever released on here, like Creator. You ever heard of that on the Nintendo 64? Star Fox 2, Mortal Kombat Trilogy. So I'm gonna open these up. Yeah, I think this is the original seals to these. And I'm gonna open it up and look at it, because I love old school magazines. They're some of my favorites. Next, we have the player's guide to Super Mario 64, and I've always liked the 3D models for the Nintendo 64 games. I don't know, it's just so much nostalgia towards it. Like, look at that. I think that looks so cool to me. I don't know why. So I had to get it. It was cheap. Yeah. I look forward to looking at this, and it shows you how to get all the 120 stars in that. So now, finally, let's talk about it. Let's talk about Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. Okay, so the story behind this. So I was going to Disc Replay, local game store in my area, and they showed that they had Persona Revelations, the first Persona on the PS1. And it was cheap. It was cheap for at the price. It was like $150. It usually goes for like a $400, around there. So I was like, oh, I want to get it. So they had it set aside until a certain date. It was like a week after. So I was like, I'm gonna bring in a whole bunch of games, trade in a whole bunch of games, and get it. But somebody was ahead of me, and I didn't realize people did that at that store. They actually went there and he got it before me. So I was like, oh man, I was like, I might as well trade in all these games. I traded in 55 games that I was gonna like trade in anyways, like cheap games. So it just added up. I was looking around the store, and I was like, man, should I get this Fire Emblem? I mean, it's not a good price. It was $300. I mean, it was at market value, but I was like, man, this is supposed to be a great game. I love the GameCube. I love collecting for it, and if I beat it and I'm like, man, I need the money for it, I would just sell it. So I was like, man, maybe I should get it. So all those games I traded in, I was not expecting this. It was $200 in store credit. So I was like, man, I should get it for $100. That's a steal for a Fire Emblem. So I was like, yeah, let's get it. So I got it, and I have it now. I can't believe it. So now it's probably my most expensive game, up there with like Klonoa. But this is supposed to be a great game. I heard a lot of great things about it. The sequel's on the Wii, and I've been playing it. It's been good so far. I've always liked the Fire Emblem series, and I look forward to playing this. Just can't believe it. It's in great shape too. It is completely complete. The manual inserts. So now this is my most expensive game. I guess my holy grail. But yeah, there you go. That's all my pickups for May 2021. I look forward to playing all these games, and I look forward to my Resident Evil 8 review. looking forward to more reviews of movies and other things in the future. And please subscribe, like, comment, share with your friends. Try to grow the channel because there's a lot more to come. And I appreciate you watching. And until next time, I see you in the next dimension.